sections on your My Profile, on your My Account page of HubPages.
There is a difference.
Yes, there is a difference, is the Hub section. So the Hub section is the place where you can find all the information about your Hub that you'd ever want to know, and probably more.
Yes, way
more than you'd ever have time to probably even peruse through.
Yeah.
But one of the big ones is your statistics. And this is a great resource for you to look at your statistics for each hub.
Yeah, and you can basically see, which of your hubs is the most successful, which is not being discovered by anyone, and you can then take action accordingly.
Yes. Under your stats, it tells you your hub score for each hub. It tells you how many page views today you've reached, how many page views over the last 7 days, the last month, and then forever at all times.
So how many page views in a day has been the most for you?
Oh my gosh.
Because for me, it's like 600 in one day, which I was really proud of.
Look here, let's see.
But
so
I don't think...
I've been hubbing though for 5 years.
I know, that's what I want to know. I bet you've done
the most page views I've gotten on one of my hubs, how to make a tie fleece blanket. I've had over 500,000 views.
Holy
584,740 page views on that one hub.
So y'all need to look at your stats because, my gosh.
Yeah,
that is a really... If I saw that number on my profile, I'd feel pretty good about myself. I don't know.
It's a pretty good number.
If you need a little, booster every now and then, you can just go to your stats section and be like, I'm okay. They're kind of famous online.
And that is an interesting hub because I just was making this blanket. I've only made 1 or 2 in my entire life, and I just took pictures and wrote it, and it was successful. I didn't expect it to be incredibly successful, and it was. So it's just one of those examples of a hub that did really well when I didn't even do any research or anything for it or any linking. So look at your statistics. You can organize it, see which one has the most per day. You can look at which hub scores the highest.
Just click on the column headers. If you want to see 30 days, like the top hub in terms of traffic for the latest month, just click on 30 days, and then it'll filter to that. So just click at the top.
And you can look at when they were published too. Like if you have any hubs, your newest hubs or your oldest hubs can be filtered through published too. So check out your stats page because it's a great resource. And you can also filter by category, you can filter by your grouping and the status. So if you have any hubs that are unpublished, you can look at those through the filter. There's a top box that says statistics and filter. So you can look at through there.
Yeah, and it's also a great place if you want to just check on your hubs, see if they're all okay. Because there are a lot of little great indicators. If you have broken links or malicious links, you're going to see little icons by your hubs that are going to let you know. So if you see a bug icon by any of your hubs, you need to check those out because it means that chances are you are linking to a malicious site from one of your hubs. It may be a mistake, but it's kind of like a bad place to point people. So you want to take those links out. If you see a broken link icon, it means that you're linking to a page that may no longer exist anymore. So it's just worth it to check to see if the site that you've linked to has moved that page, if it's no longer published. You don't want to send people off to a dead end. So it's really good to check that too.
We should publish these on the Learning Center so people have a view of what all those little links mean. Is there
there's actually, all you have to do is scroll to the bottom of your stats page, and at the very bottom, and sometimes if you have a lot of hubs, I'm sure you can't make it that far because you have so many. But there is a little key, and it'll show you what each little icon means. So there is, let's see, I have it written down because there are so many. There's
the arrows.
Well, there are arrows too. So you'll definitely see those, even if you don't have broken or malicious links. There is the pointing up red arrow. That is a good thing. Sometimes I think red is bad, but it's good. It means that you have more traffic coming, so traffic is rising. If you have a pointing down blue arrow, that means that traffic is falling, so your hub is becoming less popular. This often happens after the first surge of internal traffic that you get after you publish.
And I don't worry about that too much unless I see that it's happening over long. And then I think maybe I should go in and just edit it or change a few things.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry too much about those arrows. They're kind of just an indicator for you. If you see a lot of your hubs dropping all at once, maybe there's something going on.
Maybe Google just doesn't want to be your friend anymore.
Yes.
You're not friendsies anymore. But then a final little icon that you might see is a $sign with a line through it. That means that ads have been disabled on your hubs. Or just on that hub, I mean. And don't freak out if they are. AdSense policies, a very nuanced thing. It is more of an art than a science. Yes, it changes, and I mean, sometimes you think it's cool to write about a certain issue or that there's nothing weird about it, but advertisers, which is, they're the ultimate people. It's not like Google that's trying to mess with us. Advertisers aren't comfortable for some reason or another with having their advertisements showing up on content that is about certain things, and for that reason, we will disable ads on hubs on those pieces of content or that have certain aspects just to protect everyone on the site's ability to earn money. So if you see that, don't freak out, don't be angry, just look through the policy. If you need to, ask our moderators what you need to remove, and we'll work it out. It's just, we're just trying to make sure everyone can continue to make money on HubPages. So don't take it personally, but just make sure that you deal with that. And with regard to moderation, you'll also see that if any of your hubs are highlighted red, that means that they have been flagged by a moderator for moderation. You'll have gotten an email about what you need to change with that hub. It's just read the email, really. It'll give you all the information you need. Look carefully at your hub. It may just be miscategorized or mistagged, but fix it. Once you've resubmitted a hub for review by a moderator, it's going to be green. So you can know if it's submitted for review, it's going to be green. If it's blue, that means that it has been published. If it's blue and it has a line through it, that means that you have deleted it. And if it's red, that means you just haven't published it yet. So this is a great way, like a lot of people will email me and say, I don't know how, is my hub published? Is it out there? If you go to my account and if it's blue and there's no line through it, your hub is published.
And again, go to the bottom if you need to look at all these
There's
keys.
a key.
But we can't remember it, so we don't expect you to.
So much
just
information.
go and look at the key.
So that's the stats section of my account. What else is there?
So profile.
Or of hubs, yes.
Of hubs. So under the hubs section, there's the stats account. The other major one that I want to talk about is the title tuner. There's a couple other that we'll talk about, but the title tuner is in beta still here on HubPages, and it is a great resource for you.
Actually, it just went off beta.
Oh, great. So
anyway,
it's still official.
Yeah, but it's
official.
We are happy with it,
yes.
And it works. We've decided.
Yes, it is an amazing tool, and I've actually used it on a bunch of my hubs and then seen my traffic go up. So we highly recommend you using the title tuner. What the title tuner does is if you have a hub that has been written for more than 30 days, so it was published 30 days or more ago, we look at your traffic to that hub and we give you suggestions on how people are searching for that hub. And with those suggestions, we say it would be a good idea to use these certain words in your title. So for example, I wrote a hub on Jennifer Aniston hairstyles a long time ago. And it does pretty well. I get quite
Jennifer Aniston hairstyles.
Yes, it's kind of a random hub. Yes, she's like one of those people that people like to know how she cuts her hair. She always has great haircuts. So I wrote a hub on that, and I noticed in my title tuner that a lot of people were searching for Rachel. For Jennifer Aniston haircuts. Because that was her character name on Friends. So I incorporated that into my title. Her Rachel haircuts, or haircuts from Friends and Rachel. I put it more into my text as well, so that if somebody's searching for that online, they're going to get to my hub as well. So it just gives you suggestions on what to add to your title to help get more readership through search engines.
Neato.
And it's a great interface and easy to do as well. So you could just scroll down. You don't have to go to the hub. It's all right there on that page. You can edit it and publish it right from there. So it's a really great tool.
Yeah, you should.
Tom Schermer.
Go Tom Schermer!
He's the engineer here.
Yeah, he built this amazing tool. Okay, well, there are some seconds before we wind this up. My gosh, this is just one section of my account, and we've been talking for like 2 hours. But there's also, just simple like moderation of feedback that you've gotten, so comments and fan mail.
You can see how many people have said that your hub was useful or beautiful.
Exactly.
At the bottom, you notice that you can tell people if they're hubs. And we really encourage hubbers to vote up or vote down hubs and say if they're useful, beautiful, interesting. I don't know what all the little
like
cool,
good
writers,
writer,
those sort of things.
Yeah.
So if you, that's where you could see how many usefuls and beautifuls you've gotten.
Yeah, and especially if you're a poet on the HubPages or a fiction writer, like you probably think a lot of this stuff on my account is all stats and earnings. It's really, this is where you as a creative writer or more of an artist on HubPages can get feedback on your work. And really, you'll see the comments here, you can look at all of them and click through to your hubs. And you can also see, if a lot of people are saying you're a good writer, that's probably a good sign. If a lot of people say that you're funny, maybe you should write more comedic pieces. Sure. People really respond to those. So this is a place for even I want to be a successful online writer or something. If you want to be a published writer or just someone who writes for fun, this is also very relevant for you.
Sure.
So I hope that you can use that. There's one final thing is groups. And have you ever used groups on your hubs?
I do. I use groups a lot on my hubs.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, could you describe
Sure.
them?
So groups they basically categorize your hub into one group, just your hubs. It's not categories in terms of the entire site. So I've written a bunch of parenting hubs, for example, and so when you group them into my parenting section, at the bottom of your hub there will be a link to go to your next hub. So it can keep your readers continually reading your hubs by continuing the reading at the bottom of the hub. So it's a great way. I've written a bunch of grammar hubs, so they're all grouped in this one section.
So it's kind of like binding things into a book.
Exactly.
But it's on HubPages.
But it's on HubPages, and it's only your hub, so you're not grouping with other people on HubPages.
So you could group recipes and
well,
how-to guides, homekeeping tips, or poetry, or chapters in a book.
Absolutely. And I've had a couple hubbers ask me about that. I'm writing a book. How do I group my pages together? Or how do I, link to them or keep them as a chapter or each chapter? And I said, grouping is the best way. And you can organize your groups on your My Account page under hubs and groups. You can organize what order you'd like them in.
Neato.
It's easy to drag and drop.
Can you believe how much stuff is in just this one section? Basically, what you should take away from all this is you need to go check this out. Just poke around. Even if you are totally familiar with everything, I think every time that I go to my account, and especially the hub section, I find out something new, and I don't fully complete my exploration process because I get distracted by this hub that I just tuned, or this amazing comment thread, and I discover a new hubber. So go there. I don't think that you will not be amused.
Oh, there's one more. One more that I really think is good. You said comments.
Comments.
So the comments one is also great because it organizes all your comments on one page. And if you have a lot of hubs, sometimes you get lots of comments.
You get a lot of fans.
Lots of comments, and it's easy to update all your comments, approve or deny them from that one page.
That's
rather than
great.
having to go to each hub, approve it, and come back.
Yeah, I mean, I go to each hub because I don't get a lot of comments, but you get more than you can handle. So it's especially